Just put your first slide, ma. JAISHREE.
JAISHREE?
Durga ma'am.
Sir?
Small suggestion. Instead of just saying AI smartly, you can say using AI smartly. Before AI, you can put using.
6 kilometers.
The title, instead of starting with AI smartly, you can say using AI smartly.
இல்லப்பா முடிஞ்சிருப்பா ஏன்பா நான் இப்ப நீங்க லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீமிங் ஆரம்பிங்கடப்பா டைம் ஆச்சுன்னா நான் பாத்துக்கிறேன்டா க்ளோஸ் பண்றேன்டா ம்
Jashi, can you show your first slide?
Yes, sir.
Before AI smart, can you add the word using?
Yes, sir.
That's all. No other change.
Sir, she has given when to use it and when to not.
That is okay, but using AI smartly, when to use it, when not to use it. Otherwise, grammatically, it is not correct. Somebody will say it. That's right. If it is possible, change it. Otherwise, okay. People know what you are talking about. Right. Good evening, Aarti ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Aarti ma'am from Meenakshi Engineering College. Okay, good. Great, ma'am. Great. Thank you, Sri.
Should I start?
No, you can't directly start. Somebody will introduce and all. Then it will. We'll start at 7:15 or. Nikhila ma'am, what do you say?
Sir, I'm initiating recording, sir.
Okay.
Once it is started, I'll just start it.
Okay, somebody has to introduce the speaker. Durga Devi
Yes,
ma'am
sir,
can
yes, sir.
say a few words, and then you can leave the floor to Dr. Miss Jayashree. Not a doctor. Okay, good.
Yes. So, good evening to all present here. It's a pleasure to welcome you all for this student-led webinar. So, it's been a practice in regions chapters of to have this student-led program for the past 3-4 months. It will encourage students community to share their views with the expert people and also with the participants and get more work, and also for the young other students to know what is happening in the student community, what the projects they are doing in. So this is the main aim of this particular student-led program. So I'm very happy to welcome all the senior members and also the speaker, JAISHREE Bhaskaran. Just a glimpse of her about her. She has worked with 20 plus clients across design and technical projects. She has also played a key role in early stage startup initiatives. And I'm very happy to tell that she's delivered 8 projects using tools like Figma and Photoshop and Adobe Suite. She was the student president of the Department ACE Club and she's currently working as an intern on project Amravati, the smart city project, and under Canet Solutions, along with Red Bay. She has also served as assistant secretary and secretary in the cybernetics club, leading student-led technology initiatives, and also she has been recognized as winner of the tech debate competition in 2000 and noted for futuristic tech-driven. And her personal achievements, she has won many medals and awards. She has got international space olympiad ranked of 1,800 participants in 2019 2021, and upgrade abroad future leadership program. She has got the high distinction, and in Rise Global Challenge, she got the quarterfinals among 500 plus international participants, and she has secured third place out of 200 teams in Ideathon 4.0, and she has also published papers in domain including astronomy, assistive technology, and Formula One. I'm very happy to have her for our program today. I would like Mr. P.V. Subramaniam sir, our past chair, to just share a few words, and then we will hand over the session to the speaker.
Thanks,
Sir?
ma'am. Thanks, ma'am. It is nice to involve students in these kind of webinars. This has to be student-led. We want a lot of young students to take part in Computer Society of India Chennai chapter initiative. This is what we have been doing for the past 5 months. So this is the fifth program led by students actually. It started with Coimbatore, then Vellore, then Trivandrum and Trichy. So now it is the turn of Chennai chapter. And so good to know Saram ISC Vadapalani, they volunteered to take part in this student-led webinar. Thanks JAISHREE for joining this, and thanks Dr. K. Akila is not here, and also Dr. Durga Devi to motivate young students. Thanks a lot. Nothing more to add.
Sir?
Hello. Yeah, can we start actually? So
Yes, sir. I welcome Jayshree to just start the session. Yes, you can, ma.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, and thank you, CSI team, for inviting me to have this workshop. And I hope I will make a really good use out of it, and people will be more inspired and take something out of this workshop. So, hello everyone. As said, I'm Jayshree Bhaskar. I'm doing my fourth year of computer science and engineering in SRM Vadapalani campus. And today, I'll be talking about AI and how to smartly use it, when to use it, and when not to use it. Okay, right now, what is the reality of AI? Everywhere we turn, we see AI here, AI there, and when you go to an office or somewhere, what we've been asked is try to implement AI into it, bring innovation to it, and it's good. It's good to have all such things, and it's very nice. But we, as a student, must know when to use it and where to use it. And then when you move forward in your life, you should be able to build your own and customize it and present it to your particular place where you're working for, to who you're working for. And we see a lot of layoffs and a lot of job being taken because of AI. And I think so the only smart way to like control that or go above that and perform even better than whatever is being produced is to take complete control of the AI you're using. And for that, we as students and we as engineers, software engineers, need to have a hold of whatever we're doing and whatever work we are focusing on and what we're trying to build up. So that is it. Right now, the core problem, what I'm noticing is there are multiple types of people I have seen. and let it be my office colleagues, let it be my college colleagues, and like let it be people wherever I go. I find a bunch of people using AI for different things and different domains. I personally divided them into two types. One, experimentally using AI. Like those people are completely different on AI. Like they don't have a background, like they don't have a knowledge regarding what they want to build. But then over curious, I understand what they do is go type, just type simply like telling, I need to do a project on this particular field. Give me suggestions. One thing we need to uh, like remember is AI is nothing but bunch of data being fed to one particular system as a brain. The AI do multiple thinkings and everything because it has the capacity to store a lot of knowledge into it. But when you ask something creatively, all it does is take references from the particular existing data and then give it to you. And to bring innovation, I think they must be in human support. That is it. And there is other set of people who are not using AI at all. Those people are like, I want to do coding, I want to do like everything on my own. I don't want to be dependent on AI at all. And I want to prove that humans are better than AI. I get it. That is also another side. But what that is doing right now in this particular stage is it's reducing, like it's, it's reducing the amount of speed that AI is giving. Like what AI can do in 15 minutes takes around 2 to 3 days or week for human to finish. You need to think that because AI is pretty fast, and we need. I think so very less amount of people are like that. We need an intersection between these two. That is someone who can use AI very smartly, very well, with a proper amount of debugging skills and backup knowledge, like backend knowledge, like creatively thinking of designs, like creatively thinking of different ideas and all this. So these are the type of people I've seen. And the one that succeed are obviously the people who are very good with their own creative ideas and using AI as a tool, as an assistant for themselves, rather than completely depending on AI and telling what the AI is telling them to do. It should be more like people should take control of AI and get the work done rather than the AI telling the human what to do and what not to do. And we don't want that happening anytime soon. So, for example, the CEO of Zepto is something that's going really well, and we all know, and we all been using it for every day thing. But then they had a very good initial idea. I know everyone want to build an app like that. I want to build an app for this and that. But you need to have a problem statement and a solution before starting anything. That's how a software engineer student will pick their own idea and then start building on it, rather than going to the AI and saying, "Give me a very good final year project. Give me a very good project that I need to work on right away." I want every single student to be inspired and love whatever they're doing. Everyone will have their own passion. For me personally, I'm someone who loves cosmology and space science. So what I try to do is I try to embed that particular domain with software engineering. How what are the problems being faced in that particular domain that I could give as a solution as a software engineer. And maybe I might not be that skilled to do everything on my own, like all those hard coding and all those algorithms, DSA and everything. I might not be able to. And that's the place where I'll be taking the help of AI. And I hope like that's how every single junior, like I think few of the audience might be juniors for doing the first year and second year in the college. I think so. As we move forward in this workshop, I'll be like telling you guys how to use tools and what are the tools you could basically use. So that is it. Moving on, the balance approach. As I was talking, first you need to think first. Whether you're right or wrong, that is secondary. But I want people to think, what is it? What is the type of problem I'm going to take, and what is the type of solution I'm going to bring for that? That is it. The Zepto owners, they initially what they did was they was delivering groceries for their all the senior citizen in their particular apartment. So that was their problem solution, like problem statement. Delivering groceries to the senior citizen people who cannot actually go, who cannot travel. How to make it easy. something like that. And over here, we could use AI. Like once you sketch all your plans and your agenda and everything, you can use AI, how to build it, how to fine tune it and everything, but not for idea, but for the slavery, but for the code they give. Thinking, though AI is being built, though is everything. I think so. When I was doing my schooling and everything, we were completely dependent on the assignments, the teachers what they teach, the notes they give, and we were completely dependent on that. But right now, after ChatGPT and everything, nobody's using books or notes. They just go to ChatGPT and doing whatever they say. Again, this is where we need to know something. ChatGPT is a bunch of data. It will be able to give you every single thing with a very good prompt that you give. It has all the data all around the world, the nook and corners it covers. But it should be you. You must know that there is a corner in that particular site to get the data from there, right? And for that, I think so we need to use the old, like the practical side of it, like the practical way of learning. So these are the things that exist. How to develop it and how to think. And all those things can be done by the AI. Thinking is very, very important. So if you're gonna do a project or if you're gonna do something, think for yourself. Think something that you like. Think of something that you want to do and think of something that you want to give a solution to. Something that's bothering you. Please note it down. Please note every single thing down and then have a how to build it and how to like improvise it can be done by the particular AI. Tools. Um, I'll just make it really quick. Tools. So based on whatever I like analyzed, there's this content team and there is this marketing team and all those things in your office. And I think that it would be better if each domain use different application and different LLMs for their own personal works. For example, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is very good with content. Okay, like if you want to draft a mail and you have to make it really quick, you can go to ChatGPT. If you want your words to be really fancy and you don't want to spend time thinking, like to note down, you don't want to do that, you can go to ChatGPT to fine tune your words and everything. ChatGPT is a very good example for that. And then there is Notion. Notion is for organizing everything. Right now, I remember like we used to have Google Sheets and Excel for noting down, making the timetable, tables, and everything. But then right now we have Notion AI. All you have to do is give a prompt to it, and it's gonna give the entire agenda in whatever way you want. Note it down. Notion AI. And then for design and presentation, we have Canva and Gamma. Again, why I'm suggesting Canva is, see, there are multiple like design related tools out there. For example, we have Nano Banana from Google. You can just give a prompt to it and then it's gonna give a image. But what Canva actually does is, in Canva we have a place where we ourselves can try out different designs. You can just, to be honest, you can just do whatever you want with Canva, like bring out a proper design out of it, and then use the AI to refine it. This way, this is both your idea, very much customized. Number two, it was very not very much time consuming. It was very easy also. So that's how like I segregated the AI I'm gonna recommend to you people. And then writing and communication, you can use Grammarly, and there is Quillbot. So as a senior student in my college, we have like the project been going on, and there is a lot of paperwork that has to be done. So applications like Grammarly, Quillbot, and Humanize AI, and then there's also this called paraphrasing AI. All those are very important for people who are like gonna do your research papers and everything. I'm suggesting you right away because when I was doing that, we did not have like much knowledge on these kind of AI exists, and we can use this to cut short our time. Very much time consuming, all those everything. And for citations, you can use there is an application called EndNote, and for all your paper researchers, the research paper helps and everything. There is a site called Amara, and using that, you can get multiple resources, papers, and for the citation, you can completely use EndNote. Okay. For the advanced AI part, okay, imagine you have a personal assistant who watches you what you do. Okay. Um, your own PA, your own personal assistant. Okay. Like you don't want to do these things, and you don't want. There are a few things where you don't want to spend a lot of time, and you wish you had someone to do it, right? In early days, that's how like we had PAs, like who would note down your times, agenda, and they used to come and tell you like these are the things that have to be done. And this 3 p.m. you have a meeting with that particular team, all those things, right? Right now, we are college students. We won't have that much of you know privilege or that much of sources for us right away. But then we do have a lot of work to do, and we don't want those things to consume our time. So these are the things. These are the particular type of AI which I would suggest you guys to use it. So I'm gonna give you an very good story kind of thing. Imagine there's a girl named Ananya. Okay, she is applying for multiple internships and everything. Okay, and she's not able. She missed multiple internship uh, interview sessions because she wasn't able to have a like keep a track of whatever mail she's getting. So that is where all the personal assistant type of AI you could use. Okay. So okay. For starters, okay, I hope people can see me. Can- These are the three types of websites that you guys can use for work. I mean, you can use to create your own personal assistant. Coming back to the story, there's this girl called Ananya. She wants to internship. She missed a lot of interviews and everything. So she wants to have a personal assistant. Number one, for basic, very starters kind of thing, there's this application called Zapier. Okay, what it basically does is it it has a control of your email. It gets triggered from the email and then put it in an Excel sheet. So what Ananya can do is go home, like once she's free, she can open the Google Sheet and check what are the types of emails she has got. This is very basic level. Okay. And then to move forward, to make it a little bit more advanced, there's this application called N8N. N8N. Okay, this is very cool. You can build multiple chatbots. I think so. In my office also they use a chatbot that's been built with the help of NLP. So what this one does is you can have an option called filter. Over here, the type of comment you're gonna give is only internship. Like the emails with the word internship can be sorted out. So this assistant gets triggered when there is like email sent to you after getting control of the email, and then it just filters out all the type of mail it has got with the word internship, segregates it, and then put it in your Excel sheet. Okay, this is what Zapier does. Very big again, a little bit better than. I mean, sorry, this is what N88 does, and this is better than what Zapier does. Moving on, there's something called Make.com. What this one does is it also does the same thing, but with a little bit of like trigger points and even more very easy for you. It gets the email, segregates it, put it in an Excel sheet, and then it gives like a WhatsApp command kind of thing, and also gives a reminder to you. That's how this one does. And this has been used in multiple offices, like multiple MNCs and everywhere. And this is a tool. Okay. So these are the tools that you can use for your own to have your own personal assistants and everything. And coming back to this page, you can see how I have like sorted it out and have it in a very good manner. And I'm hosting it through a .html file right now. I use Claude to make it. But Claude must have prior knowledge to make this right. So that's where your prompting skills come. Prompt engineering. Prompt, it might sound weird, but we do have a domain called prompt engineering in offices where they want you to give very, very precise prompting, and they expect an output in a very short period of time. Okay. And this entire table I built using Claude AI. Talking about Claude, and that is something that's being very good, I heard, because when I agreed to do this workshop, it has few features, and right now when I started, it has like multiplied its entire feature skill sets and everything. Okay, where can you use Claude? I'm gonna give you an example, like what I faced. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of story kind of thing. So I was working with 3D models, and I want that 3D model to sit in a geolocated place. And it was very difficult for me to like put that particular thing in the exact geolocated place because I don't know the latitude, longitude, and altitude. Okay, I was facing problem with that. And about the coding part, I wasn't sure like what are the types of syntax I'm supposed to give, like what is the type of like language I'm supposed to use for it. So what I did was I had a complete good idea. What I did, try to say, I created a button called position cam. What that does is I'll have a geolocated geo map behind my model, and this cam will take me directly to the model and captures it wherever the model is present. So when that is done, it gives me the latitude, longitude, and altitude of that particular model and where it's supposed to sit. For example, okay, this is something I'm working on my internship. This is a 3D model, and this is what is being built for the Amaravati Cyber City by the government of Andhra Pradesh. You can see, right, that there is a map behind it, and I want this particular model to go sit on that top of, like, this is exactly where it's supposed to sit. So what I did over here, I had an option called the cam position, like it captures the position of the particular model and makes it sit over here. And I opened this particular thing with my own like VS Code thing where I go and change the latitude and longitude. And then I remove this particular button at all, like button itself. This way, it just fits perfectly where I want it to. And these are the type of implementations I have bought into. And it was very much time consuming. The time consuming time, and like the time consuming I meant was we have around 30 models to display, and I took 1.5 days to figure out how to make the entire thing work, and then to implement just took me half a day for all the 17 models, all because of Claude AI. Claude AI is really, really good with its code, but all you need to get to like shorten the processes, get an idea, tell what you want, and it's gonna give you code for that particular thing. And I would suggest every single uh, coder or every single person who wants to build a new project within given short amount of time and who has a very good knowledge of about their needs, I would suggest them to use Claude AI. And I have implemented master slave, and I have like have a zoom restriction also, like it won't go past this. And then yeah, this is a very cool project that's been going on. And then here I have an AI analyzation button, and one of the requirements they wanted me to like very short amount of time. They wanted me to implement is, can you show me the difference between what was built at the time of 17th of February and what is the update on 8th March? I don't know how to like I don't know like how they took all these pictures, like it's all drone images stitched together, and you can see the difference over here. right? But it would be better for an higher official or for a government type of people to check easily, like instead of like going deep into it and see. So we have an analyze changes button. I created that particular button for this to show me the difference between these two images. And continue with now. Over here. Over here you can see that what is the difference, like new concrete slab poured for the second level. It's very good. You can see the second level is over here and the concrete has been poured to it. It's correct, it's very accurate. And 15% of improvement. We don't know how the model is gonna look after, like completely how it's gonna look once being built entirely. But the 15% over here is being shown is the comparison between February and March alone. Um, I hope what I showed was like really cool. And I just want the students to know that I use Claude for the coding part, but then you need to have a very proper knowledge how to implement it. And then, okay, I'll talk more about few more advanced AI. Very basic LLMs that's been under use right now is ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot and Perplexity and everything. I've like used all of these, and students, you just can blindly take these words I'm just telling right now. Claude AI is something that you can use for your coding and to get your code done very easily. Like Claude is perfect for that, and just that is what I would say. And then you have ChatGPT. ChatGPT is something. It's like you have a friend who could do like suggest you things or give a perfect suggestion for everything. Your particular you want to buy a new laptop and you have your suggestion, but you don't want to trust the salesperson in the store itself. But you want to ask someone. I think the ChatGPT is going to be really really good with it. And you're going to use a very new application. Let's just say after this workshop, you guys want to try NAM, and you can go to ChatGPT and ask it how to use that particular application. I'm pretty sure compared to all the LLMs you guys have used, ChatGPT is going to be really really good with its suggestions and its way of explaining things, the step-by-step process, and telling the exact same thing. Like if there is an explore app button, it's going to be located on the northeast side of the page. ChatGPT knows it, and it's going to help you with that. So ChatGPT can be used for that. And then we have Gemini. Right now, Gemini is very, very good with its image generation, architecture diagram, all the system diagram, UML diagram. We will be using for that all of those in our projects and PPTs. And Gemini AI will help you with that. But again, you can use Gemini for that to like create everything and architecture diagram, UML diagram, all of us know. You need to have a very prior knowledge about it. You will be learning all those things in your college. Remember all those things and check whatever the AI is giving is correct or not. Because once the AI is wrong, you should be able to say that the AI is wrong and you want to do a modification in that particular thing. So AI is very good. I mean, like Gemini is very good with image generation, like proper formattation for students and everything. And then we have Perplexity. It's being a very good, very, very like in a very high position it's giving a very tough competition for all those big LLMs. And it's by our own like Indian students they build that. It is used for AI translation. For example, if your idea, you're gonna put an idea into it, and Perplexity is gonna say how whether it's by genuinely yours or the idea is by something else, or the idea already exists. It's gonna help you with the public is gonna correct you. If you want correction and everything to be done, I think so Perplexity is the very best place for you to go, and it does all sort of human formattation. Like when there is you find the AI in a flag, AI percentage like is very high, and you can use Perplexity for that. It's very fast with its work. So that is for Perplexity. And then we have, as I said, Anara for paper, and then your citations and help in notes. And also, okay, I know this is the type of sorry, I know this is the type of prompt where all our juniors be using, or this is what the students will be like doing. I am procrastinating a lot. I don't know what to do right now. I need help with this. That you go, you do this, you run this in your Claude or you run this in your ChatGPT, and it's gonna tell you something, and you're gonna go and do that. This is, let me tell you, if you don't have a very prior knowledge on what you want to do, it's gonna be really, really time consuming, because when there is not a proper delivery from your side, even the AI itself won't be able to understand what you're trying to say. It's gonna give very vague answers or very random. It's gonna get confused of whatever you're saying. And I suggest students not to be very vague, but to have very, very good knowledge before they implement anything. And these are the few more things. Right now we have Notebook LM. This is for your research purposes, and yeah, it's for your research purposes, and you want to learn something. So, for example, teachers is not just for students; it's for teachers also. It's for anyone who wants to summarize stuff. You can upload your notebooks or a very huge PDF and give the keywords as the keys over here, and then tell it to generate flashcards for you to study, or for you to create a very small and very precise PPT with only the keywords and only the important topics, everything. This is used for you to study a lot. Like you don't have to like depend completely on like have to study the entire page or anything. This is where the AI is gonna help you to take notes, to study, to like suggest you like what is what. And this also have an option where you can go and ask like how how this particular thing is gonna help me do this. What is if there's a concept called OOPS and you want to learn about it, you can just tell me what is OOPS stand for, what is what I'm gonna do with OOPS in my study. You can give such prompts to learn from it. That is Notebook LM, and there's Perplexity AI. It's gonna be very very helpful for students. And then we have work and productivity, content writing, and for everything you can use something called as ChatGPT, as I mentioned before. And then there is Notion AI, used for you guys to organize and table down, note down everything, and have a very good workspace kind of thing for your um, personal usage and personal teaching and everything. And then over here you have creativity. Creativity can be taken away from one particular person. So I suggest for all these creative people out there to use platforms like Canva AI, and it is used for designing. After reviewing the proper prompt and proper picture, you'll be able to define it. And then we have Runaway ML that is used for creating very good videos and where to like get cut your clips, types of animation can be given. And there's something called Suno.ai that is used for music. Let's just say you have a very good website or a very good PPT, but you want something to like something like music to go behind it. So Suno AI is going to suggest few, and you can also ask Suno AI to um, like what is the particular type of like what's your expectation, and it's going to help you with that. And then for coding and tech, as I said before, Claude and GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot can be used in your VS Code. Once your GitHub and VS Code is like connected, and you can use that, it's gonna suggest you what is gonna be, what is gonna come for the next line and everything. You all could, the only type of problem you will be facing while using such AI is whether the AI suggestion is right or wrong, or whether you actually need it, or that particular thing fits your expectation. For these things, these three things, you guys need to have a prior knowledge on what you're working on. Even if the GitHub Copilot is gonna build you a very good e-commerce marketing website, to have your input, like you need to give your input, like this particular model has to be given in this type of sort and this type of filter. It has to be from your side only. So very good planning. And you can also suggest the AI to use, I want you to use the A star method, A star type of algorithm in this. I want to use the binary tree concept into this particular thing. This is how things goes, and that is how things are supposed to go. DSA and all those things are there. Uh, Software engineers, these students have to learn all those things to even decode stuff, because AI is not always right. Even though it is right, we all should be knowledgeable enough to debug it, because AI can do things very fast, but then there's an explanation part and there is a knowledge part where we need to know about it, how it built it, how it knows, like what is that, what did the AI do that I did not know. I want you guys to learn it, use AI to learn it, and make use of it, and do everything what we want in the most creative way possible. We have a lot of like problem statements to take. We have any side you turn, you see a problem, you face a problem, and you all might have, like you might think, for example, I wish I had this particular thing in this particular place. I wish I had someone who would like check my emails every time and let me know. And you have your AI. You just need to tell the AI how to do it. So that's how you're supposed to use your AI and utilize your time and everything. Final insight, as I was suggesting, like as I was talking before, think, use AI, and then implement. This is what you guys are supposed to do. I want every single student to think what they're doing, use AI as their own personal assistant, or to cut short their time and everything, and then improvise it. So if you're not doing it, these are the type of struggles you will be facing. First of all, manual learning struggle. You're gonna spend too much time, like to understand the concept. Like your office or your team even might have an expectation from you, but then you won't be able to meet it because you don't know the concept. Learn the concept before getting confused with anything. Surface level of learning. Like don't rely, like completely relying on the traditional method. Like I'm gonna build a website all on my own, and your boss might need it within 2 to 3 days because everyone knows AI is like very fast. But then you're gonna go and tell him, no, no, I'm gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna be very good. It's not gonna work. You guys have to use AI to make it very feasible and easy. And then insufficient workflow. We as humans tend to forget things, and I don't want people to be entirely dependent on the AI and lose their own thinking capacity and ability. We can use AI to jot down things, to organize things, and not completely depend on it. And what is right and what is not right is something that we humans know better than the AI. Missing opportunity. This is where your personal assistants come into play, giving you, like telling you, like notifications, and giving you a reminder is something that we all already tend to have. Like, we always have our teachers, we have our parents telling we have to do this and that, and people who live alone and people who want to be very independent of what they want to do, they can use such AI to help them and not entirely rely on that. So I think so that is it. That is all I wanted to convey. Entire workshop I talked about a lot of AI and what AI can be used for what. All that is with experience, trust me, because I've used all of these AI personally by myself, and I've seen all those senior people in my office or the senior people in my college use it, and how good it is, and multiple reviews and personal reviews and everything is how I segregated these. And yeah, that's it. And I want to thank every single chat person and the very lovely audience who are listening to me. Thank you, CSI team, for having me in here. So that is it. And if any questions or any follow-ups you guys wanna have, I think so. Like we can have it right now. So, thank
Thank you, Jayshree, for that wonderful session. Any questions from the participants? You can just unmute and can just ask to Jayshree.
Hi, good evening. This is Venugopal here. Uh,
you.
Jayashree, very nicely done. Good presentation where you also, presented comparison of the various tools like Make and one question I had, or if you can just quickly, walk throw some light on where the Notion.ai is actually, coming into use. Any areas that you have experienced Notion.ai
Yes,
used?
sir. So
Mhm.
I'll try to show my screen like my Notion if I can get it.
Sure.
So Notion, what it does is, we all have a notes app, right? We
Hmm.
have a notes app, and then we
Note
have
takers.
our, yeah, Excel
Hmm.
sheets and all those things.
Hmm.
Notion is gonna help you to have a better view on it. Like it can be organized well. It can be like you can make it really good. It can be used for professional purposes also. I'll just share my screen with that 1 second.
So, so it's more of a productivity tool, is it?
Yes, it is a very much of a productivity tool.
I see. Okay. Okay. We actively use Claude and N8N in our
Yes,
applications. So enterprise applications, we use Cloud generated code, and and we are seeing very good uh, improvement in productivity in terms of efficient coding, the time it takes to actually uh, generate code, and all you have to do is review the code, and
yes.
based on the architectural principles, piece them together and make sure they are accurate. Of course, there is always the worry about responsible AI, so that is something we should be always careful about. So
So this is
good.
the thing I made
Hmm.
with Notion AI. So
Oh,
this is
okay.
something so this is the club works I'm doing right now. So
Okay.
we have all these classes and we have our meetings to be jotted down, and these are
I
the
see.
events. So you can have you can have pages inside pages, and you
Okay.
can display it in the most really creative way possible. So design we
Nice.
have like these are the design works we are supposed to do, and these are the links. All the Canva links have been given to, and
Mm,
this is work files, and then you can actually navigate to that particular page,
I see.
and
Okay.
then you can have a to-do list over here, and
Nice. Okay.
this is where Notion. And I
So
built
this
this,
was done using Notion, is it?
yes, Notion and
I
Notion
see.
AI.
I see. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
All the best to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Dr. Magarasan, would you like to add anything or would you like to give your views? It's from Coimbatore chapter, CSI Coimbatore chapter. It's on mute anyway.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Jaishree, your presentation was highly informative and wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
And the way in which you consolidated the things and presented it was Very nice. Your request to Chennai chapter. Ma'am, please convert this presentation into PDF and share so that it will be useful for everyone.
Sure, sir.
And Jaishree, like you
Yes,
used
sir.
a Notion tool for creating this presentation, am I right? You
Yes, sir.
mentioned
Like
this.
I took help from Mission AI. No, no,
Okay.
no. To
So,
create this presentation, I use Canva,
okay.
and then I use
So,
Plot for all the tabling and everything. I use Plot.
Claude used. Okay, fine. And is any of the tool able to create and provide references? Like today, you have done a presentation, right? Multiple information you might have gathered.
Yes.
I'd like to know, like Claude, whether is there any other tool available with the capability to provide genuine references to.
I think the Claude will be able to give you the references, and ChatGPT is also very good with its references. But then
Okay.
you just have to like ask for it. It won't be like on the one prompt go. Gonna ask for it.
Yeah. So the prompting part plays a vital role. Right?
Yes, and
Thank you.
we have to be very calculated with our words. Like we are not supposed to like go make this for me. It's more like, can you generate this for me with all these features included? It's supposed to be that way. I've noticed that.
Thank you. Thank you, Jayshree.
Okay.
Overall, it was very nice and excellent. All the best.
And one thing I just want to say is I'm someone who believes there is like only two type of people. One is someone is extremely good with mathematics and science, and another one is someone who's very good with arts and crafts. When I say math and science, it doesn't mean like very good with theories and everything. It's just they are so good with thinking and writing and everything. And the other half is like being very creative, designing and everything. And I want every single person to know that that's how the world is, and there is no someone who's not anything at all. Like there is no one who's like I'm not a math person or an art person. You are definitely something. And with all these AIs and everything, I think so even those type of people can explore and shine and everything. Because I have a sister. She works as a volunteer in there is a school called Sankal that is for all those dyslexic people and all those people who can't read and write. So the main help AI did over there was in Canva. There's this option called voice record, and you can just give the prompt out, right? So the teachers over there, like I went there one day and I told them to like try using it. So I told them to like go press that particular voice record button and tell whatever you want to see as a poster. And when they did it, they were able to see different type of like pictures. Like they were so happy to see the results also. So and AI can be used in that multiple ways also. So it was very nice. Mhm. So that's it.
Thank you. Thanks for that additional information. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jayshree, for your wonderful Q&A also. So
Thank you.
that shows how much you have worked with the tools and how much you explored those. Thank you for that. And I wish you all to get more on this and then get in a good company, be in a good company. And after a few years, we want an engineer to just talk to us.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So now I would like to propose the formal vote of thanks. If there is no further questions, anybody? So if there is no questions, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our speaker of today, Jayshree. Wonderful session for and very informative session for all of us. And she even shared her own experience on her current project, and that was making us to know what is happening in the industry. And I also thank all the members from Coimbatore chapter and Vellore chapter and Chennai chapter who has joined here and made this webinar more present, more special. I thank all the members and all the student participants who have just participated and all the other participants who are watching in YouTube and also in this. Thank you all. So as we all know, the usual practice will be having in the 4th Saturday, that is 25th of April, the next student-led webinar from on the same time, 7 to 8 o'clock. Thank you.
That will be hosted by Coimbatore chapter. Akila
Thank you.
ma'am.